Hi, welcome or welcome back. My name is Reese Rose, and I'm here to deliver a message for whomever this resonates with. I already pre-shuffled, so you already know we're gonna just dive right in. Okay, today's message right now, we have a couple of people, if not you, and somebody else, but we have a couple of people who are listening to me right now who are who have been putting in work, and right now you're kind of feeling like you're kind of like fatiguish a little bit. You're feeling a little tired, so there's a little bit of energy of like you kind of being drained, or whoever I'm talking to, but like the energy of like just being drained and feeling like a wounded warrior, feeling like this is something that's pretty repetitive and you're over it. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so what's ahead of you is something good. There's a lot of transformation in the air right now. I think I'm picking up a little bit of like last read's energy, a little bit, because we have the overall energy as the Knight of Pentacles. And I know that came up in the last read, saying, and well, that last read was more so on you being on the up and up of things, or whoever that resonated with. But that energy being on the up and up of things, and you seeing the fruition of your like Knight of Pentacles, because the overall energy here is the Knight of Pentacles, but here they're talking about how you're in the act of doing the work. You're the actual knight. The last read was like the fruit of the Knight of Pentacles, like, you know, the actual result of that. Yeah, it's still the Knight of Pentacles energy, because the Knight of Pentacles energy is a slow but steady energy. So it's something that's surely to happen, although it may take a little bit of time. So initially, when you first start doing whatever it is that this Knight is consisting of, you may not receive results like right away. You may not see the results right away. So it may like confuse you a little bit, like, yo, is this the path that I'm taking? So this is the energy that I'm picking up, that confusion of the Knight of Pentacles energy. So the last read was more so like the result of like, yeah, it may have taken a long time, however, like now you get to see the actual like manifestations of the work that you've been doing. But here, like you're actually feeling the I guess like the drag of the time that it actually takes while you're the Knight of Pentacles. So right now, like you're in this energy of like you've been here before, you've been doing this for some time, and you don't see what's ahead of you. However, you feel like there's a promise on the other side. You're like, I know, like 1 + 2 = 3. You know, if I do this and this, then this will happen. So like your hypothesis is there. However, you can't see what exactly is ahead of you. You can't see what's on the other side of that Knight of Pentacles, what that Knight of Pentacles is going to bring you. You know, like you know what you're aiming for. However, you don't know what the hell is ahead, because like you're still doing it, and you're like, yo, I'm going crazy a little bit. Am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? Because I can't see nothing. I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing because it makes sense. 1 + 2 = 3. If I put in the work every day, I should see results, right? But you're putting in that work, and you're like, yo, where are the results? So this is the energy of transformation that I was talking about. This is actually going to be a pretty quick read. I'm going to be in and out right now. Okay, so this is the energy of transformation that I was talking about, because in a way, with you feeling like this, that is you being in your head. You are focused on the how. You're focused on the process of things. That's why it feels like, oh my God, I've been here before. Am I doing the right thing? Am I supposed to be doing this? Because I know that if I do this every day, I'm supposed to be getting results. Absolutely. But you being like this card right here is letting me know that you're in your head about it. Like you're constantly thinking about it. And what you're thinking about is the process. Because think of a spiral staircase. A spiral staircase is that same motion, right? However, you're going up. So it may not feel like it, because like you pass the wall. I've seen that spot before. Oh, I've seen that spot before. I've seen that spot before. And that's because you're going in that circle. However, you are rising, right? You are elevating, because it's a spiral staircase. So like, although you've seen that spot before, it's like, okay, like I've seen this spot before. But the good thing about that is when you come to it again, you're a little more skilled. Like now you know what that spot, like how big it is. Like, you know, like how, you know, it's a lot more wisdom that comes with seeing the same thing every single time. It's not necessarily a dragging thing, because you've seen this before. We don't have to think about it like that. That's you being stuck on the how. That's you being stuck on like the actual process of things. You shouldn't think about it like that. Instead, you should be a little like, you know, I don't know, a little more confident that you've seen this positioned before and you now know exactly what to do while you're here. It may confuse you a little bit, drive you a little insane that you keep seeing the same thing and you're in your mind wanting to see the end of the staircase, that like something different. Now you want to see something different. Why the hell am I still on the staircase? That's the process though. Again, you are the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is a slow but steady card. It's a slow but steady energy. So like it may take some time for you to climb this spiral staircase. However, it's going to end. You're going to get to the end. Okay, and this card right here, so don't get nervous if this is your first time watching any of my videos or a video like this per se. But this card is transformation. So with all that said, you're in this transformative energy. So it's not just staying here. Like again, you're on a spiral staircase, but you're elevating. So you're not staying there. You're constantly increasing, you're constantly moving forward and rising, but you have to allow yourself to do that. So this card is right next to this one, because again, this one is you being your head about it, right? You being stuck on the fact that you're on the spiral staircase, and the fact that you keep seeing these same things before. Like, yo, I've been here before. I'm the wounded warrior. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm still fighting. I'm still climbing this staircase, like step by step, for real, Source, for real. Like one step at a time. Yeah, one step at a time, because you're not supposed to be focused on the process. I told myself I wasn't going to do this, and here I am doing it again. If you're stuck on the process, 9 times out of 10, that staircase is going to look a little longer than it actually is. So, like, this is going to suck. Like, it sucks already being the Knight of Pentacles because it's a slow but steady energy. But if you stay focused on the how, like, the process is going to suck that much more. So, it's not even that bad, for real. If you can take yourself away from the how things are going to work out, then it will, one, be a breeze, and two, you might enjoy it a little bit. But right now, it freaking sucks because you're stuck on the how. Let it go, okay? Let it go. And when you do that, you're going to allow yourself to truly, like, transform, because you're trying to do that right now, which is why you're even putting forth the energy to climb the same freaking staircase every freaking day. Like, you know that, all right, if I put in this energy, something's coming of it. But like you have to allow yourself to receive. You have to allow yourself to be in this energy, to even like just think of the milk and honey. Think of the other side. Just think of the other side. Don't think of the how. When that happens, the transformation will be that much smoother, that much easier, that much more enjoyable. And yeah, and then all that stuff will cease. Yeah, not only is it the transformative energy, it literally is death. Like, if you want it to end, do that. Like, that's your formula right there. Do that, because like you'll literally get to the end of the staircase, for real, for real. Like, because I've been telling you, like, sorry, another inside joke, but the staircase is not even that long, especially because this is somewhere that you've been before. You've seen these grounds before, so you know exactly what to do. But you're just stuck on the fact that you keep doing it, and it's putting you in like a halt position, because now like what you're doing is like it's not even taking longer. Your mind playing yourself. I was going to say something else, but let's keep it clean. You're playing mind games with yourself, thinking that it's longer than it actually is, because you're stuck on the house. So like it'll literally, the spiral staircase will literally end if you stop focusing on the how. Stop it. All right, so the Fool and the 5, yeah, like, yo, put yourself, let's get some clarifiers, because this is going to be an easy articulation. Put yourself in the energy of just receiving everything. Like, just drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, relax everything, and receive clarity, receive instruction. Hell, receive help. If someone wants to carry you up that damn staircase, let them. Like, put yourself in the energy of receiving, because with every process that we go through, there's always something to learn. There's always something to learn. Even in mastery, you can learn something, and you're supposed to learn something, especially if you're still on this spiral staircase. It's a slow and steady process for a reason. So while you're in here, instead of focusing on the how, allow yourself to relax, receive, and transform in a way that now this is not necessarily such a process for me. What can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? Oh, I'll learn how to skip a staircase or two. Like, you see, like small stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily always have to be like, I'm about to go into a whole rabbit hole, but life doesn't have to always be so, oh my God, what do I have to do now? I know some things are like time sensitive, and you know, stuff is urgent, and you know, we have to show up, but it don't always gotta be so serious. What if, like, in the midst of your fire, in the midst of your urgency, in the midst of your emergency, something's going on right now, but what if you're just like, okay, like, stop all that rushing and all that stuff, like, because what does, if you know that you're rushing with a goal, okay, because you know, but sometimes people just subconsciously rush because they feel like that is a response to something urgent. But for real, what if you actually just allowed yourself to relax and just like, just live in whatever the moment is exactly calling for you to do? What if you did something like that? You never know. Like, this I was going somewhere with that, but really what I wanted to say was everything doesn't have to always be such a hazard. You don't always have to proceed with caution with everything just because something seems scary, just because something seems like a challenge, because it seems like a hurdle that we have to cross right now. I don't know the answer to this, so oh my goodness, I have to panic because this is my first time doing life and everything has to be perfect. No, bro. It's probably not first time here, no, but subconsciously you don't know that. None of us have memory of any, well, I can't say that either, but we're not supposed to, right? So we act as if, like, this is our first time doing life. Okay, and if this is the first time you're doing something, if this is the first time you take a test, you have to allow yourself to make those mistakes, right? So do that. Take that mindset in life. It is okay if you're showing up to a situation and don't necessarily know what to do. This is you right now. You feel like you don't necessarily know what's ahead of you because you're constantly moving on this staircase. You're constantly doing the same thing every day, climbing these same exact stairs, and you know you have the wisdom enough because you've been doing it for a while, but you're like, yo, what's changing? What has to change is the fact that you're stuck on the how. That has to change. Once you change that, everything changes. And when you put yourself in this full energy, and this energy just to receive, watch what happens. You really have to be the fool though. Like, you cannot sit there and panic. You cannot sit there and like succumb to the chaos. You can't let the chaos overtake you. You have to be in control and literally allow yourself to be in this full energy. Anybody who is the fool is taking over their reality. They're in control. They are the master of their reality, because this is something that happens just by chance. Your neighbor could be going through so much, but you're in control of yourself. So your neighbor's going through all that, but I choose to be in a full energy. That's mastery. That's me taking control. I'm in control. So if you're in this full energy, that's you being in control. No matter what your environment or your situation or your circumstances looks like around you, you are in control. When you do that, you will see what happened to your destiny. Because sometimes things can happen outside of a yes, but like, how are you responding? How are you showing up? This is all you. I still have not pulled the clarifier. Wow. Let's get some clarifiers before we go. I'm not shuffle correctly. What's this? Not y'all got this card twice. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So for real, so for real, you're just gonna have to boss up. You're just gonna have to boss up and show up. You know exactly what to do. You know exactly what to do. Everything that is being asked of you right now is leading you somewhere. You're climbing the stairs for a reason, because you're going to somewhere. Maybe the top of the building. Who else? You could be stopping on whoever I was about to. Anyway, it doesn't matter what floor you stop on. It doesn't matter where your destination is. The fact of the matter is, you need to keep climbing until it's called for you to halt. Doesn't matter where you go, depending on your neighbor. Don't look at your neighbor. Don't look at anything like that. It's all you. You're going to have to boss up, because You got the Nine of Wands twice. Nine of Wands is a card where you feel like the wounded warrior. I said that, right? I mentioned that. But with the Nine of Wands, you're almost there, because the next card after that is the Ten of Wands, and 10 is the number of completion. So with the Nine of Wands, you have to put yourself in this fearless energy, because you're right there. So how much can you persevere? We know you're tired. We know you lost a limb, but you got one more, right? What you gonna do with that one more? Kind of thing. Like wounded warrior, like literally when you are at your last breath, and it has to feel like that, because like if you can take it, then it's not necessarily the Nine of Wands energy, right? You don't necessarily feel like the wounded warrior. If you're in that energy, because you got it twice, so I know it's you. If you're in that energy, it literally is feeling like, yo, I am tired. I am done. But I know I'm on this field. I know I'm on a battlefield, so I'm going to give up. Like, you can't, because you know right after that is the Ten of Wands. So you're really just going to give up like that when you're right at the end like that? No. But you did got that card twice. So, like, you're going to have to boss up, because, again, you're stuck on the process. You're stuck on the how. And with you coming up with the Nine of Wands twice, that's you really, really being stuck on that energy. Like, yo, how tired am I? Like, oh my goodness, I am so tired. Yes, I'm trying to make a change. But this Five of Swords and this Five of Pentacles right here, you're like, yo, I'm trying to make a change. I want things to be different. I'm trying to change my lifestyle. I'm trying to change my habits. I feel like I'm out here left in the cold. But you have to put yourself in that position to boss up. Like, when you feel like, oh my God, things are draining, things are tiring. Like I said, do whatever you have to do, because you're wiser now, right? When you keep passing the same mark every time, you know what to do a little differently. Do whatever you have to do to climb that staircase. Even if you have to ask for help, even if someone wants to give you a piggyback ride, it is okay. If you feel like you were left out in the cold and you're trying to make all these changes and it's so hard, lean on your neighbor. Ask for help. Like, literally, it is okay to seek some type of connection and have someone be there to pull you up. You don't have to just do it on your own. You're wiser now. What can you do differently now that you're at this different stair? You know, do something different. Do whatever you have to do. That's why I'm like, yo, boss up. Because at this point, it's now or nothing. Is that what I'm trying to say? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, you literally have to do anything you can at this point. There's no room for excuses. There's none, because there was no room for excuses anyway. Like, there's no rules to any of this. It's get it done. Get it done. People be getting things done the crazy way, the legal way, the illegal way, the scheme. Sorry. My goodness. I'm about to end this soon and then I'm about to go. I'm getting silly. I think I'm a little sleepy. I'm sorry, y'all. But this is a good way to meet me. So this is my personality, y'all. Hey, your tarot really got a little personality. I said I wasn't going to do this. I'm going to just start doing this. And I'm going to only do this with y'all and my friends. If y'all catch me outside doing this, mind your business. Actually tell me to stop, because I told myself I wasn't supposed to do that. But dang, it's catchy. Oh, God. It's probably y'all. My listeners be doing this. Y'all do this. Stop doing this, okay? Because, like, I'm feeling it. So stop it. If the energy is coming through, if it's seeping through, I'm catching on, cut it out, okay? So I don't like it. All right. Yeah. So you got a good head on your shoulders. You ain't doing this for no reason at all. You definitely doing this to boss up. But you got to boss up in the other aspect too, because you want your end goal to be a boss up. You're like, yo, I'm doing this so I can have this. I'm doing this so I can have it. You doing this for the accolades. And it's not only just for the accolades, but the accolades feel real good to talk about it, right? So you see that's what's on the other side. So you have a good head on your shoulders. You're not doing this for no reason. 9 times out of 10 with this 10 of Pentacles energy is something that could multiply for generations to come. So it's not just a now thing. You're thinking long term. That's good. You got a good head on your shoulders. However, with this 10 of Pentacles energy, though, with you having a good head on your shoulders and you thinking like you're doing this for a great cause, it's for the betterment of your tomorrow, you have to remember that. And that needs to be the focus. So you're focused on the how. And the focus shouldn't necessarily be on the materialistic things that comes with the 10 of Pentacles, like your house or your car or anything like that. It's not necessarily the thing per se. Why do you want this house? Because you want your entire family under one roof, living comfortable. Like, focus on that, not the house. Your entire family being under one roof, that. You want the car. Why do you want the car? Not because it's the newest class, no. Because you and your family can now travel from A to B dry, quicker. Like, think about that. So when you're thinking about the stuff, you're not necessarily thinking about the how or the actual end result, because they're saying don't do that either. I was going to suggest that, but I see that you thinking that is not enough either. They're saying don't even do that because that's also you being a little too stuck on one thing. You have to truly put yourself in a full position to receive, and when you do that, you let it come to you. You don't think about you honestly don't even think about what you're doing it for after a while. When it comes repetitive and you know that this is kind of habitual, you just do it. And when you do it, you take your thoughts out of it, so you're not overthinking. And when you do that, you allow source to come in and move on, I guess, your behalf. Because when you sit there and you're like, oh, I know what to do, I know exactly what I need in this moment, I know exactly what I want, and you try too much to puppeteer and orchestrate things, then you will come up with what you can come up with. But you don't allow room for miracles. When people are like, oh my goodness, this is a God-given miracle, it's more than likely something that they could have ever imagined. They could have never imagined something like that because their mindset was a little too small. So you're trying to orchestrate things, and God's like, yo, I got you. You don't see it because in terms of according to your frequency, this is what you want. This is nice and all, but I got something better for you. What about this? So when you put yourself in that full energy, you can manifest that. What about this? You need that what about this energy to come into your life, because right now you think you know what you want, and yeah, that sounds nice, but there's a whole other harvest that's waiting for you that you could potentially have if you allow source to move for real. You just call in what you want, what you need for this moment right now, and do what your intuition tells you. Don't call in what you want, what you need, and start doing what you think you know exactly how to, because do that one step at a time. However, when you keep passing that same spot, when you're on that spiral staircase, you do something a little differently. So now your wisdom, what can you do differently now that you've seen this same spot about 15 million times? Something different. And that difference is going to create, that's that catalyst for that change, for that transformation that you're looking for things to end, for you to see the end of the staircase. Okay? All right, that was a bomb read. It was a little longer than I thought. That was going to be a lot quicker than that. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Bye.